Hello, networkers, and welcome back to another episode of Ask the Network Engineer, where I will answer one of your questions. And in this video, we're doing speed round number 2, where I will answer many of your questions in this episode. So let's get started. The first one is more of a comment or a statement from Michael Delgado, and he said, "I love fixing things that should be working in a perfect IT world, but just isn't functioning. IT can act so buggy at times." He's referring to the episode when I talked about that in networking that there is support, design, and development. And someone asked, is networking a support industry? And I said very strongly, yes, it is. It is a very, very strong support industry. That's the primary responsibility that you would do as a network engineer. So if you don't like that, actually, let me take that back. Not as a network engineer, as an IT person working on desktop, server, security, networking, voice. IT is very buggy, so you have to understand that that will come with territory. But support is definitely a very big deal, so you got to kind of keep that in mind. And if you don't like that model, then you want to start making adjustments to what you want for your career. So since we're talking about network support, and the last video, I think, of that episode, I had problems with the microphone. Everything's working today. And here's another example that illustrates why support is really something that is a priority for companies. A long time ago, I worked for a .com company, and every week or every 2 weeks or so, there were layoffs in this company. Every week there were just layoffs that were just happening. People were being let go. It's a very, very not a fun time. This is back in 1999, the year 2000 time period. And I didn't like that. So I started looking for different jobs. And that's why I was hired at the bank, at a financial institution, because they were looking for a CCIE. I wanted some better stability. So anyway, I still have colleagues working in that company, and guess who were the last people to leave the building? I mean, the company is closed. The last people to leave were the support people, the IT support people. Some of these were my friends. That is the last ones that left the building. All the design architects in the company, they were let go a long time ago. So support is very, very important because that is the one thing that will continue to support existing services and products that the company has. Design is really focused on presenting new solutions. And if there's no budget there or money, there is very much limitation for that. So I want to share with you that story because I remember seeing that. And what my friend actually encountered that, yes, fixing things is really, really important. So just keep that in mind. And this next question is from the Ambassador LLC. And he says that my boss talks about expanding our small business. We are an IT integrator, but we don't have much experience in networking. We recently became a Cisco Select partner. Myself and another coworker who is also Cisco certified are trying to show our boss is worth the pursuit. Any recommendations from the outside looking in or vice versa about business expansion or looking appealing to prospective customers to try and win networking deployment or integration work? I'm currently looking to Cisco marketing materials. Thanks in advance. Good question. Let's talk about that. Okay, so when it comes to certifications, there's really two different paths for certifications. There is being certified as an individual or as a professional and as a company. So as an individual, this is what we all know about, the CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, and so forth. That certifies that individual with their skills and what they know. The other one is for a company, and that's where you are either a gold partner, silver partner, premier partner, or a select partner. Now, these have different values of how they're used and how they're represented on the outside. So for the company certifications themselves, it depends on which one you actually are pursuing. So for us as a company, for RouteHub, a long time ago, not anymore, and I'll tell you why, we were a select partner and we were a premier partner. Now, Why not the silver partner or the gold partner? Well, all these certifications, it all depends on the number of people who are certified and the type of certifications that they have. So I don't know the exact numbers anymore, but for like being a gold partner, that requires like 4 or more CCIEs. The silver partner is like 1 or 2 CCIEs. I don't know the exact numbers. You can get those details from the Cisco partner website. And the premier partner was like 3 people, and for the select partner was like 2 people being certified. Like CCNA, CCNP, those type of certifications are required. And that does provide a lot of value, because if a company or if a client is looking at different companies, they can go, oh, this company is a gold partner. So they have a large number of expert level engineers. They have CCIEs. So that means they have a good foundation of experience that they can help me with the projects that I have. But these tests are just like the certification test, to take these partner tests. And when it comes to the partner certifications, to be really honest with you, the better value is with the gold and with the silver partners. That they have a lot of great advantages that the select and the premier partners do not have the advantage of. So as a gold partner, for example, you can bring in sales engineers into customer deployments, even for presentations. So let's say that if there's a customer that says, we're looking at a complete overhaul of our security infrastructure. We want you to come in and talk to us about what you recommend and why. So yes, you can go ahead and you can present what you recommend. You can also bring in the sales engineer. I've seen that a lot of times. They bring in their CCIE salespeople, come in and they do their dog and pony show, as we call it, though. Because they have those resources that they can do that. They can bring in Cisco for all of that. Furthermore, as a gold and silver partner, they will give you opportunities, because sometimes companies will go to Cisco and try to get recommendations and they want assistance for big projects. And they sometimes refer them to particular gold partners. So there's a lot of great advantages when you're a gold and silver partner. It's not much of that for the select partner or the premier partner. There's a little bit of that. I remember when we were premier and select partner, we got like 1 or 2 opportunities every year, but that wasn't that much. The gold and silver partners, they get a lot of the bigger opportunities. So that's why I quickly learned to not focus on career certifications for companies, because it really mattered for the gold and the silver partner. I know that's a long conversation, but I just want to talk you and tell you what that really means. But also, as a partner, so there are some other advantages too, though. Whether you're a premier partner up to a gold partner, you are given a lot of partner information. You're given templates for doing documentations, for designs, and you can use those templates to do some of your marketing and how you can reach out to get more clients. So Cisco provides a lot of great information that you can use to kind of, nicely polished documentation that you can use for advertising some of your networking services. So you can definitely look at some of that. It was a lot of great stuff. I remember seeing all of that and going, wow, this is really good stuff. But there's so much of that you can really take advantage of, though. Having Cisco basically give you opportunities very quickly, that was really something I think is a lot better, though, than just having marketing material. That's just my opinion, though. So I no longer continue those certifications for my company, because I didn't see the real value in that. So what happens is other companies, what they do is, and this is where the professional certifications come into play. And that's why having a CCIE is really strong on its own. So that's why a lot of companies, they kind of, like all the companies I do consulting with, I tell them, put that you have a CCIE, a network engineer that's part of your infrastructure team, and advertise that, because that's really what the company is looking for. They want to know, what is the caliber of experience that your company has that can help us with, basically having a leadership role as an engineer to solve our problems, our challenges. And his next question is from Chad Carter, and he asks, what are some entry-level network job titles, meaning the jobs that will get your feet wet in networking? So I did a whole video series, a whole video of talking about job titles of entry-level and advanced titles, including I share some of my own titles. So check out that video. I'll post it right here. So check that out to get more information about job titles starting out and moving ahead. And I want to continue the conversation about job titles with this question that came up, since it's very related. And this one is by Race War Tickets for Sale. And his first question was, where did you get your network shirts? I wear different shirts with different technology names on them. So you can get more details at our website at routhub.net/shirts. So it's like networking fitting your personality. It's a lot of fun. So go ahead and check that out for more details. For the second question, it says, could you talk about how long you were in each role? Now the third question I'll bring up in a different episode or speed round. But this particular question is, could you talk about how long you were in each role? So what he's talking about is that in one of the video series, I gave a list of my job titles, and here it is. So I first started out as a desktop technician. Then I eventually became a system administrator working on servers. Then I became a network technical support person, and basically a NOC engineer. And then from there, I was a network engineer, then a senior network engineer, a senior backbone engineer, then a network consultant / architect. So how long was I in each of those roles in my career? Well, here it is. I wrote down some notes here because I don't have it memorized here. So I was in the desktop role as a desktop technician for about a year, like 9 months or so. System administrator, I was in that role for about a year or less, probably a little less, like 7-8 months. Then for the network technical support or NOC engineer role, I was in that role for about 6 months, not that long. And from there, because I was promoted to a network engineer during this time period, and I was a network engineer for about a little over 6 months, 6 to 9 months, so not very long. Now, when I was a senior network engineer, I was in that role for 5 years. So a lot of time in that role. Then as a senior backbone engineer, I was in that role for 3 years. And as a network consultant and as a network architect, I've been in that role for 10 years. So you do the math, I've been doing this for about almost 20 years. I am older than I look, by the way. So that's kind of a breakdown of really what my experience is. Now, a lot of this years of experience has been at the same company. I don't like to jump from company to company. I don't like doing that. I like stability for that. And I've been in a lot of great dynamics with great teams, so I didn't want to leave. If I did leave a company, it was because of particular politics I didn't like, changes of management staff, or the ability that I want to for growth. I wanted to do different things in the networking field. Like one of my goals was to be a senior backbone engineer. So when that opportunity came to me, I was very excited, and that's kind of what I did. So anyway, so that is basically kind of giving you a summary of what my titles were and how long I've been doing those titles during my career. And we are done with this episode. So thank you very much for your great questions. And as always, I want to hear from you guys. So post your questions below in the comments about anything in the networking field or being a network engineer, and your question will come up in a future episode. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe to our channel. And also check out our practical training, our video training on our website at routhub.net. We got a lot of cool stuff. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.